In the aftermath of the breathtaking revelations about K2-18B, humanity entered a moment of collective wonder. For the first time, the question, "Are we alone?" felt less like science fiction and more like a pending truth. Data had replaced doubt. From mission control centers in California to research bunkers in Zurich, the world's brightest minds asked one thing: how do we learn more about this planet, without harming it? Because K2-18B might not just be alive. It might be fragile. And if we're not careful, we could become its first threat. With that realization, a new era of science was born. Space agencies pivoted their priorities. The James Webb Space Telescope had opened the door, but to truly step through, new instruments were needed. LUVOIR, a proposed super telescope, was no longer a dream. Its construction was fast-tracked, backed by a global alliance. Its mission: to see K2-18B in unprecedented detail. It wouldn't just scan its atmosphere. It would read its clouds, map thermal currents, and study the chemistry of its oceans. Elsewhere, artificial intelligence systems were reprogrammed to focus on exoplanet life detection. Neural networks sifted through terabytes of data, trained to identify the faintest biological anomalies. They searched for patterns. And in those patterns they searched for purpose. At the same time, a new field of thought emerged: exobioethics. What responsibilities do we have toward alien life? Can we risk interfering with an untouched ecosystem? Do we observe from a distance, or make contact? The world was divided. Some believed we must say hello. A global coalition of scientists and futurists began designing a signal. It would carry mathematics, molecular patterns, even music, simple, universal expressions of our existence. They called themselves the Singularity Chorus. Their message: if someone is out there, we must let them know we are here, but others warned of danger. They urged silence. They formed the Preservation Initiative, advocating for non-interference. To them, sending signals was an act of cosmic arrogance. Dr. Lina Navarro, an Argentinian astrobiologist, put it simply: if we cannot live in peace with our own planet, why do we believe we're ready for another? Then, the sky whispered back. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory detected an anomaly. A flicker. A pulse. It repeated, again and again, from the direction of K2-18B. Other observatories confirmed it. The pulse was geometric. The intervals were too precise to be natural. Some patterns matched hydrogen lines. Others mirrored Fibonacci numbers. There was even harmony, rhythms that echoed like alien music. Was it a coincidence? A natural quirk? Or a message? No one could say for sure. But one truth became clear. We were not just observing anymore. We were part of the story. Now, the question changed again. Not, is there life? But, is it watching us too? Talk turned to travel? To reach K2-18B with current technology would take tens of thousands of years. So engineers looked ahead. Project Seraph was born. Tiny interstellar probes, no bigger than a coin, powered by lasers and light signals. In the quiet vastness of space, among frozen giants and barren rocks, most planets are silent. But every so often, we discover a world that doesn't follow the rules. A place so strange, so familiar, it forces us to ask the oldest question of all. Are we alone? That place is K2-18B. Over 110 light-years away, in the constellation of Leo, it orbits a cool red dwarf star. At first glance, it looked like just another planet. But this world is different. Larger than Earth, wrapped in a thick hydrogen atmosphere, and possibly covered in a deep global ocean. It sits in the sweet spot around its star, where water could remain liquid, where life could take hold. And now, the James Webb Space Telescope has revealed something astonishing. Water vapor. Carbon dioxide. Methane. A trio of gases that, on Earth, are tied to life. But then came something far more extraordinary. Dimethyl sulfide, DMS. On Earth, this gas is almost entirely produced by living creatures, especially marine microbes. And it was found drifting through the atmosphere of this alien world. Alongside it? Dimethyl disulfide, another complex molecule tied to biological activity. These aren't just random chemicals. Together, in an oceanic world like K2-18B, they paint a picture that's hard to ignore. A picture of something alive. Scientists now believe the planet may be home to microscopic life in its oceans. Tiny organisms, perhaps floating beneath the waves, absorbing faint starlight to survive. It may be a world where life is just beginning to bloom, just as it once did on Earth. And we may be witnessing it happen, from 110 light-years away. But now, a deeper question arises. Should we try to speak to it? Some scientists say no. They warn that sending signals could expose Earth to dangers we can't predict. Others say any intelligent life would already know we're here. Still, a signal from us would take over a century to arrive, and another century to return. So for now, we wait. But the data keeps arriving. And every molecule adds to the growing sense that this might be the moment we find we were never alone. Across the globe, space agencies are shifting focus. New telescopes are being planned. Next-generation observatories like LUVOIR and HABEX are being fast-tracked to search for life. Private initiatives like Breakthrough Starshot dream of sending tiny probes to stars like K2-18B. It could take centuries, yes, but on the cosmic scale, it's just a heartbeat. And the implications go far beyond science. Philosophers, religious leaders, and thinkers are asking what it all means. Does life exist elsewhere? Is it rare or common? And if it's there, who are we? Some call this a moment of awe. Others, a warning. But for the first time, humanity isn't just looking out into space. We are being looked back at. And it changes something deep within us. K2-18B is no longer a dot on a map. It is a mirror to our past, and maybe, a window into our future. Its clouds may carry the breath of 1 billion microbes. Its oceans may hold the first glimmer of life beyond Earth. And if we are wise, we will observe, not invade. Because even a silent ocean can teach us everything we've forgotten. That life is fragile. That life is rare. That life is precious. So now we ask you, do you believe K2-18B is alive? Should we send a message, or simply listen? And if this is truly the moment we